that's how they're going to operate. And I think that's how they should operate. Now, again, if he gets into another big thing with a quarterback, or frankly, with anybody, I'm going to go, Myles, you do not have the temperament to represent the Cleveland Browns, and thank you for your time, but there's the door. and that's the way that I think we have to look at it. But at the same time, like I said, Freddie has to take responsibility for the culture that he built. But I hope that in a similar way that I was a fan on the other side of the famous brawl as an Indiana Pacers fan. I watched the game against Detroit where the Malice in the Palace happened. I was watching it on ESPN, and I'm sitting there as a Pacers fan going, this is an embarrassment to me as my team. And that's how I feel again today. And so I just think you have to. That's how you have to approach it. Is you approach it. You can't look 2 years down the pipe. You have to go. Here's what you have to do tomorrow. And if you do that well, then you get to do this tomorrow. And if you do that well, then you get this. And that's the way you take it. It's no different than working with people that are in significant that have experienced significant trouble in their personal lives. So you just take it that very much. You lay out the path, they have to succeed, and if they deviate from the path, they're done.
No, I agree. There has to be a precedent that's set here, and certainly I just think this is a big story to talk about because not just what you are good to have on because it did happen with the Browns, but it could have been any player, insert team here. Whenever you take off your helmet and you hit a basically defenseless person in the head, and not only that, there was multiple swings of the helmet. So he was trying to hit him in the head with the helmet. This wasn't a thing where it's just like, well, I lost my cool. Well, you lost your cool. You made us. Players were trying to break you up. Were trying to push you apart. You still continue to swing as players were holding you back. You knew what you were doing was wrong. But it didn't matter in the moment. So,
right, and that's what, yeah, and that's why I just, again, I'm not defending Myles like at all, because what he did is indefensible, and he even said that. Like, but to say that as someone who has shown no history of that, you're done completely. That's a really big stretch. That's just, and again, I feel like to go there, but to lay out a very clear path of rehabilitation and saying this is what you have to do. If you even deviate from that path, that counts as your next strike. That's the way you just have to look at it.
Adam Jividen, Super Browns fan. Adam, you wanna sit around and talk some college football? Rick's not going to be able to join us. He had something come up, but you're more than welcome to stick around and talk some college football with us.
I can stick around, yeah, for a little bit to talk about. I told our buddy Kyle Courtney, thank God for Ohio State.
I tried to get him on. I think he wanted part of this conversation today. He's like, I think I got something going on. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I actually turned the game off, and I got sidetracked. I had never seen Guardian of the Galaxies.
Well,
I know
to
you
be
watched
fair, who watches the last 6 seconds of a blowout?
This is true.
Or of a game that's completely decided. Like, it's just, I don't blame you for turning it off. It was over.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll regroup on the other side, and we'll get into some college football talk and some Disney's domination of making me download an app just to watch Guardian of the Galaxy. I'm just saying. Hey, well, it is what it is. But we'll get. I know you're a big Marvel fan, so we'll see what happens. My name's Mark Wasabo. 917-889-8516 are digits. We'll be right back right here on the Balance Radio Network.
Tonight, I just want to take you away. Blow your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party alright.
double the fun. At African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio, see the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals. See live educational shows. Feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Simba Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. The hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Sign up now at Movember.com.
Well, it helps if I turn my mic on. Welcome back to The Balance. My name's Tom Marcos, El Presidente. Joining us still is Adam Jividen, Super Browns fan, helping us break down the Brawl in the Pound on Thursday night. Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph getting into a nasty fight. Lots of fingers being pointed, lots of things to be said, lots of hot takes to be said, depending on what side of the fence that you're on. But I think everybody can agree that it escalated to a point that it shouldn't escalate. If you want to talk about the Brawl in the Pound, give us a call, 917-889-8516. We're going to shift over to college football. We want to get into the Ohio State talk, IU talk, all the college football talk. But I'm not a Marvel groupie like you. So bring this full speed. Thursday night, watching the game, blah, blah, blah. I texted a friend. She's like, watching Guardian of the Galaxy. I said, I've never seen it. And she's like, oh, you should watch it. And I was just like, okay, what else do I got going on? So I was looking for it in Netflix and everywhere, and I couldn't find it. So I texted her back. I said, I can't find this Guardian of the Galaxy. She's like, oh, you got to download Disney Prime or whatever it's called. I'm like, what? So now I download that, and I started watching that, and I fell asleep. So I still got to finish Guardian of the Galaxy. But first of all, I downloaded and I paid for this Disney Prime. Adam, was it worth my money?
Yes. Tom,
okay.
Disney Plus is amazing, and you need to watch The Mandalorian. It's the new Star Wars bounty hunter show that's made by Jon Favreau, and it's phenomenal. There have been 2 episodes. It's really good.
I did see where they have a lot of the other one, like the Star Wars. They got the National Geographic on there. So I may have to go in and watch me some Cars or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's Disney Plus is really, really good.
Let's get into the conversation here, and certainly if you guys want to cast your vote, do so. I'm going to give you a series of Marvel movies. Oh, that set off Siri for some reason. Probably because I said series. Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, all the Avengers series. We'll just lump them into one. Ant-Man, Thor, Civil War, and Captain America. Rank those in orders from best to worst.
Oh gosh, I don't know if you can because all the Avengers movies are different. So the best Marvel movie is the culmination. It was Infinity War and Endgame, which were both 3 hours long, but it's basically two parts of the same story. Those two rival like the Lord of the Rings trilogy in terms of like epic volume. And then when you figure like Endgame took a decade to get to, Endgame is the most ambitious movie, in my opinion, that's ever been accomplished, with all of the stars, a 10-year storyline that you have to execute. And not only do you pull it off to meet fan expectations, you actually did better than fan expectations in every way imaginable. So Infinity War and Endgame might be, it's known as the Infinity Saga. It might be my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, wait a minute. Better than Jungle Book?
Oh, yes.
Hey.
From there, I think you go, oh, gosh. Guardians is really good, both 1 and 2. The first 2 Thor movies were okay, but Thor Ragnarok was really good. Captain America and the Winter Soldier is still, of all of the single titles, is my favorite. Because it's like part Captain America, part like spy movie. It's really fantastic.
What about the Iron Man series?
I'd say those are like my top 3. Iron Man's really good. The problem with Iron Man, well, the first 2 Iron Man movies are very similar to each other, the first 2, and then the third one was just okay. At their level. It's kind of like saying like a Pixar movie is just okay. Like a just okay Pixar movie is still better than almost anything else. And that's what you would say with like Iron Man 3.
Adam Jividen, Super Browns fan, college football, Ohio State guru, and the subject matter expert when it comes to Marvel movies. But another buddy of mine watches them a lot. He said if you watch Guardians of the Galaxies, you got to watch Ant-Man. Where's Ant-Man at?
Ant-Man's really good.
Okay.
Yeah,
see, because
Ant-Man's really good. Ant-Man's different. Because it's a lot more comedic, similar to Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you're looking for something that's more, like I said, like an action movie, then you watch Winter Soldier. But what you need to do, Tom, is you need to say, this is the kind of movie I want to watch. Which Marvel movie fits that genre? And I'll give you one.
All right. I like the comic. I like the Guardians of the Galaxies, and I like the Deadpool type movies. And I do like that. I still have to finish Guardians of the Galaxy, but I have to admit, for some reason, I'm liking the little raccoon. He's my fave.
Rocket's awesome. Yeah.
He cracks me up. All right, well, let's get into some conversation of college football talk. Certainly we can continue the Marvel conversation or the Myles Garrett conversation. But, one of the biggest stories in college football, whether or not you're an IU fan or not, and I am, clearly I am, and I know Ohio State is I think they're ranked second behind LSU. But we want to break down some of these big games and stuff that's going on. But for the first time in as many years as I can remember, IU is ranked, and even though they're only ranked 24 in the, I think it's the AP poll, that's a huge accomplishment. And here's the thing: Minnesota is unbeaten. Minnesota beat Penn State.